All right, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. This morning, I've come offshore and I'm at the Wet and Wild site. I was actually going further east to the Midway site, and the seas are still a little bit sporty, so I decided I'd stop at Wet and Wild. I like this site, I like this whole area, Wet and Wild. Where we're sitting is on an area that has a bunch of concrete culverts and pipes sank out here. I did stop at Pier 98 and got some shrimp and some bull minnows, and figured I'd come out here and see what we can catch. We may stop at St. Andrews State Park on the way back in. I don't know yet. Like I said, it's a little bit sportier out here than what I was hoping it would be, but considering how rough it's been for the last 3 or 4 days, this isn't too bad. But we're just going to fish, see what we can catch. Typically, I catch triggerfish and flounder and stuff like that out here. Of course, you can catch the grunts and all that on the bottom. But we got waves that are coming in from the southeast, and we got wind coming out of the northwest. So it's kind of iffy on where I'm sitting. I may have to move a little bit to stay on the structure. But there's structure here and there's fish here, and bait. So we'll see what we can catch. Now I'll show you what this stuff looks like on the bottom, so you can kind of get an idea. As I drive over it. So that little bit of stuff right there is what I'm fishing. It's not big stuff, but there's a bunch of it right here. Keep my hand out of the way. But there's a bunch of it down there on the bottom right here. And that's what I'm fishing. That's what I'm looking for. It's just that little bit of stuff that's different. And the reason that the flounder are here is they live in the sand around the structure. They like the structure, but they want to be in the sand. So I'm going to get down here and turn around and come back where I'm facing the right direction to anchor up again. But it's just a pretty good size area that has these little concrete structures sunk down there. I don't know if they're culverts or if they're pipe, or I really don't know. That hit like a flounder. Not a very big flounder, but probably 12 inches or so. But they are pretty. One of my favorites to catch and eat. I don't know that I'll keep any today, but we'll see. Feels like a flounder. Yep. Nice flounder. Alright, well, we just pulled up on a unnamed spot here in the Midway area. I fished here, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. Caught a bunch of triggerfish. And there's some fish here. I'll show you what that flounder looks like. So that's the structure on the bottom, and those are all fish and bait. And it's the first spot I've pulled up on that actually looked like that. So, where we had a lot of stuff above the bottom. So we'll fish and see what's here. Right, like a big triggerfish. Real nice trigger. And he's close to a keeper. Almost. He's 12 inches. Nice fish, though. There's a better fish. Another trigger. It's a real nice trigger. A real nice trigger. He's 13, so still not quite a keeper. Another nice trigger. I really do like to catch these things. I also like to eat them. That's a good fish right there. Right like a big trigger. Yep, trigger. Just another nice trigger fish. There's a fish. There's a good fish right there. Just like a big trigger, but fighting good. Yeah. Nice big trigger. And trigger are not hard to catch. They're hard to hook sometimes, but they're not hard to catch. If you come to any of this structure out here, Midway or Wet and Wild, at some point there's going to be triggerfish on it. You'll see them up off the bottom. They're not big arches. They're small. It almost looks like a school of bait fish that's spread out, not all congregated. And typically they're going to be somewhere between, the bottom and halfway up. In the summertime, I can chum them up right up underneath of the boat and catch them just with a hook and no weight on it. But for the most part, you need a little bit of weight to get it to go down. 2/0 Mustad Demon Perfect Circle is a good size. A little bit of squid, shrimp, just about any kind of cut bait will work. Minnows, they'll tend to eat the minnows off and leave you the head, but or just eat them down to nothing. But a little bit of squid on the hook and drop it down there. If you need to drop it to the bottom and then reel it up, 4, 5, 8, 10 feet, whatever, and then just hold on and you'll feel them pecking at it. And if you watch me, I'm pulling my rod tip up to see if I feel any weight on it, because they'll grab the bait and swim up. Actually put slack in your line. And so I'm pulling up my rod tip to see if I feel weight. If I do, then I'm reeling. You won't land all of them, but they're a blast to catch, and they're good to eat. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. It's been a pretty good day. We've caught quite a few fish. All of them were either flounder or triggerfish. I did catch a few little rubies, but I don't count them much. But caught a few flounder and quite a few trigger. So it's been a pretty decent day. The weather has turned out really, really nice. The wind is about laid down. It's switched directions now. It's coming out of I think, southeast. But overall, it's been a nice day. Glad we decided to come out here. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Make sure you hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and get notified, subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get notified when I release new videos. I release typically 2 a week. And so we'll see you next week.